11th day of July, the year 2025. Glad that you tuned in to this live broadcast where we are here to inform you on happenings in our country and beyond our borders. Our reporters have been up and about, interacting with different issues and different people, and tonight they have brought you different stories. Here are the top ones. Erastus Edung sworn as new IEBC chairperson alongside other commissioners. Police brutality victim Boniface Kariuki Mwangi laid to rest. Raila Odinga condemns recent shoot-to-kill orders by top government officials. And tonight we celebrate prospective graduates who have beaten the odds to become academic giants as we wait for the 57th graduation of KU.
This is KUTV Primetime News with Mutegi K. Martin.
And Sami Okello joins us in the sign language interpretation tonight. Welcome to around 45 to 50 minutes of information of happenings in the country and beyond your borders. Let's get on. Now, Erastus Edung Ethekon has today taken oath as chairperson of the Independent Electoral Boundaries Commission, IEBC. The ceremony also marked the formal swearing-in of 6 commissioners just days after a High Court ruling directed the correction of a flawed Gazette notice. The Constitution now gives the electoral body full legal mandate, ending months of operational limbo. The team is expected to steer key processes including by-elections and electoral reforms ahead of the 2027 polls.
Na senators, na rais, na women reps, uchaguzi uende kwa njia ya utaratibu. That is the institution that helps us to underwrite our democracy. Therefore tumefurahi vile mahakama imeachilia, na tungetaka kuuliza jaji mkuu aharakishe kuapishwa kwa tume mpya ya mipaka na uchaguzi ili waanze kutayarisha kwa sababu ya uchaguzi ambao kuna by election na uchaguzi ambao utakuja huko 2027. As they prepare, sisi tunaendelea na kazi yetu ya maendeleo kwa sababu the work of preparing for elections is for IEBC, it's not for people who are already in office. Sisi ni kukazana na kutimiza ahadi. IEBC nao watutayarishie uchaguzi.
And the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, IEBC, has officially reconstituted and resumed full operations following a High Court sanctioned swearing-in during its 288th plenary session held Thursday. The commission elected Fahia Arafat Abdallah as vice chairperson. Her appointment marks a step towards inclusion in the commission's leadership. This comes after the court nullified a prior Gazette notice but upheld the validity of the commissioner's appointments. Chairperson Erastus Edung and the 6 commissioners were re-gazetted and sworn in earlier today, allowing the IEBC to begin preparations for key electoral processes ahead of 2027. Former Prime Minister Raila Odinga has strongly condemned recent remarks by top government officials endorsing shoot-to-kill orders, terming them unconstitutional and wrong. Odinga's criticism comes just days after President William Ruto and Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen issued directives perceived inciting harm against Kenyans. These remarks follow recent protests led by Gen Z on the June 25th and the Sabasaba commemorations on July 7th. Odinga emphasized that no amount of provocation or goonism justifies extrajudicial force, urging security forces to exercise restraint and uphold the rule of law. And Jubilee Party Secretary General Jeremiah Kioni has dismissed ODM leader Raila Odinga's call for an intergenerational dialogue team, branding it a political con game to prolong power ambitions to 2027. During a press briefing following the Sabasaba protests, Kioni questioned Odinga's place in a youth-led activism, urging older leaders to step back. He further alleged the state released prisoners to infiltrate anti-government protests, particularly in Mount Kenya, to incite chaos. Kioni likened the proposed conclave to the failed NADCO talks, saying it offers no real solutions to struggling Kenyans. TikTok content creator Kakan Mayo has been released on a 10,000 shilling police bond pending possible prosecution. This follows his arrest on Wednesday, July 9th, amidst ongoing investigations into alleged incitement of violence against law enforcement. According to the Directorate of Criminal Investigations, DCI, Mayo was apprehended after posting a viral video on his TikTok account, allegedly urging the public to target police officers and their families. The DCI said the video amounted to calls for violence and posed a serious threat to public order. Detectives traced Mayo to Kimathi House in Nairobi's Central Business District, where he had been operating a private office under the name Letapeleka Logistics. Authorities say he was quietly running this business when he was picked up by officers. The late Boniface Karaoke, the young mask vendor fatally shot during recent Gen Z protests in Nairobi, has been laid to rest in Kangema, Murang'a County. His burial drew emotional scenes and a heavy police presence, with mourners demanding justice for what they called state-sponsored brutality. A requiem mass was held at Holy Family Basilica, where his image, captured moments before his death, stood beside his coffin. One police officer, Clinzy Masinde Barasa, has been charged with Karaoke's murder, with a plea hearing set for July 28th. Leaders and citizens alike have renewed calls for police accountability. Deputy President Kithure Kindiki, Speaker Moses Wetangula, and Woman Rep Lilian Sioi have led a high-level economic empowerment forum in KPKK, Cherangani, championing support for women groups and SACCOs to boost grassroots enterprise and strengthen community-based development in Trans Nzoia County.
At an economic empowerment forum in KPKK, Cherangani, Deputy President Kithure Kindiki reaffirmed the government's commitment to the Social Health Authority (SHA), highlighting its transformative impact on Kenya's healthcare system. He acknowledged implementation challenges and promised reforms to improve inclusivity and funding. Kindiki also urged citizens to register for SHA.
Sasa wale walikuwa wanapiga hii program ya SHA wamekimya, kwa sababu sasa imeanza kudhibitika, imeanza kufanya kazi. It has started working. Those noise makers are now silent. Na hii program jameni, for the first time almost half of the people of Kenya saa hii wamejiandikisha. I checked this morning, 24.5 million Kenyans have registered.
On the 2027 elections, he emphasized focusing on development, assuring peaceful polls, and prioritizing service delivery and national stability.
IBC and your vote will decide who the other leaders will be after the next general election. Watu wa kuamua ni IBC na nyinyi. Munapiga kura, IBC na hesabu inatangaza. Mwenye hajafurahi anaenda mahakamani. Mahakama ikiamua tunasonga mbele, hata kama hujaridhika unangojea wakati mwingine.
Silvanus Osoro defended police actions by citing Article 37 of the Constitution, stating that officers are justified in using force when they feel their lives are threatened. He firmly condemned violent protests, calling them acts of terrorism that must be rejected for national stability.
Na sheria ikasema katika hiyo National Police Service Act ya kwamba polisi atatumia bunduki wakati life yake iko threatened, na wakati ameonelea kwamba ile nguvu kidogo ako nayo amelemewa. Nyinyi mumeona TV? Simuliangalia maandamano? Sasa usimuliona watu kama 1000 wameingia supermarket na wameshika na mawe na wanarusha. Hebu niambie, polisi atatumia njia gani polisi 5 au 10 waende kuwashika watu 1000 waweke kwa cell?
On the other hand, National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula condemned violent protests, urging accountability for leaders who incite unrest. He stressed that while peaceful picketing is a constitutional right, it must not disturb public peace. Wetangula called for strict legal actions against rioters and instigators.
Our constitution says anybody can picket, anybody can demonstrate, anybody can deliver a petition to an office of authority for attention and for action. I want to propose to our leaders that whoever wants to demonstrate, let those demonstrations not end up in tragedies of proper destruction, maiming people, killing innocent people, and rendering people destitute.
Farouk Kibet condemned tribalism and ethnic politics, urging unity and condemning opposition moves that divide Kenyans. He praised President Ruto's leadership, emphasizing that the next train will focus on national cohesion, development, and inclusivity, prioritizing Kenya's progress over ethnic or political divisions.
Wewe badala ya kusaidia watu ya Cherang'anyi unawapakua kwamba hawa ni Wakalenjin. Sisi tunakuambia wewe, hawa ambaye unawapakua walichakua mjumbe ambaye ni Muluya. Hawakuona Uluya, waliona kiongozi. Ule anahubiri ukabila hapa Cherang'anyi. Nyinyi watu ya Cherang'anyi nataka niwaulize, mnataka mtu ya chuki ama ya kasi? Mtu ya chuki ama kasi? Ati anatuambia hapa Cherang'anyi hatuwezi kanyaka. Sisi tuko wapi sasa?
Commitment to economic empowerment, peaceful elections and unity remains vital for Kenya's growth, stability and inclusive national development ahead. Edna Nerea, KUTV, Nairobi.
Thank you, Edna Nerea, for that report. And that report actually takes us to the first break of KUTV Primetime News tonight. We have a lot lined up for you, so keep it here.
Hi, my name is Stella Tioi.
Jina langu naitwa Okemwa Mokwa James.
This is Mandela Gaya.
Ugonjwa ulipokuja ulichukua siku 3 ukaniweka in coma. 20 wamezikwa, 2 ndio wako hai.
I don't even know how it feels to see.
I feel like I cannot express myself well the way somebody who can walk can actually express themselves.
Ilichukua muda mwingi mrefu tena mpana ili kuikubali kwamba mimi siwezi tembea tena.
I've come to actually accept myself.
Ukijaribu kumsimamisha mtu mwambie tafadhali nionyeshe njia.
They find it quite strange talking to you.
You should just make schools integrated.
Inclusive setups.
By providing the right facilities.
For over half a century, these hallowed grounds have nurtured minds, ignited passions, and shaped leaders. Here, where inquiry knows no bounds, another chapter closes. At Kenyatta University, we celebrate more than just degrees. We celebrate futures unfolding, grounded in ethics-guided research and technology. Our graduates step forward equipped with knowledge, driven by purpose, and ready to make their mark on the world. From pioneering technologies to leading ethics-guided research, our alumni are shaping our tomorrow. KU's legacy isn't just in the past. It is in the enduring pursuit of knowledge, the unwavering commitment to service, the courage to ask the difficult questions. The KU class of 2025, prepared to lead, empowered by education for ethics-guided research and technology, the world awaits their brilliance. Kenyatta University will hold the 57th graduation ceremony on the 18th July 2025 from 8 a.m. at KU Main Campus Graduation Square. The ceremony will also be streamed live on KU TV, KU Radio, YouTube, KU website, all KU social media platforms. For more information, please contact the Office of the Registrar Academic on 020-870-3092 or 0786-335-111 or visit the KU website on www.ku.ac.ke. Hashtag KU57th Graduation. Kenyatta University, transforming higher education, enhancing lives.
Ungana nami Malkia wa Taarab katika mitindo ya kipwani hapa KUTV. Yaani tunapozungumzia mitindo ya kipwani basi unaona napigwa na mawimbi makali sana ya baharini kutoka katika ufuo wa hoteli moja inayofahamika kama North Coast Beach Hotel, ambao ni wadhamini wa kipindi hiki cha mitindo ya kipwani. Penye mtazamaji, kwenye mitindo ya kipwani hutakosa kupata mapishi ya vyakula vya kipwani. Yaani hapa tunazungumzia vyakula vilivyokolezwa na kukorombezwa. Iliki, karafuu, abdalasiri, samaki wa baharini, vyakula vilivyopikwa na kusukwa kwa kutumia nazi. Bila kusahau mazungumzo ya moja kwa moja, mazungumzo ya kusisimua na wataalam tofauti, waandishi wa vitabu waliobobea, watunzi wa kuhani mashairi. Bila kusahau mpenzi mtazamaji, taratibu zetu za taarabu na chakacha. Yaani pale ni pale ambapo viuno vya wanawake vinazungushwa kisawasawa kama panga boy za trekta ndani ya KUTV mitindo ya kipwani. Ukiwa nami na hodha wako Waridi Tamu. Usiakose matamu jamani.
Remember, this live broadcast is also live on YouTube at KUTV News Kenya. Talk to us on X at KUTV_Kenya. As Kenyatta University prepares to hold its 57th graduation ceremony on the 18th of July 2025, KUTV caught up with some of the prospective graduates who have beaten the odds to rise above academic challenges and their inspirational stories ready to be conferred certificates, diplomas, degrees, masters, and doctorate degrees in various fields.
Cynthia Amwai could not hide her joy after a roller coaster ride in her journey to excellence. It has been 12 years of wait, and now the journey is over.
There were quite a couple of challenges, starting from financial difficulties to life perspectives. So I delayed quite a bit, but I'm one living testimony that blessings delayed are not blessings denied. So it took me quite a time to finish my degree, but I'm here now, a proud graduate at Kenyatta University.
7 years ago, if anyone told Clinton Kihima that he'll become Kenya's first practical animation PhD holder, he will not have believed you. Today, the country is ready to receive yet another academic giant and a beacon of hope in the 57th graduation ceremony at Kenyatta University.
My research was centered on familiarity. Familiarity being a sense of knowing, that nostalgic feeling when you look at something. And it's so dear to me as an artist when I'm creating and I present or exhibit my work and somebody says, you know, I remember venturing into something that people are not doing or people are just starting to do. If I can actually just change one child or one artist, one young person to shift their focus and move towards animation or look at animation in a different way, I think I would have achieved so much. And that's why I wanted to also fill this space.
Kihima says his choice of research was inspired by her niece and the need to reinvent the will to consume Kenyan product. He hopes that his research will go beyond paperwork and leave a great impact in the society.
When we are telling our story, we are telling it our own way. And we are passing culture and our traditions to these children, because my research also talks about that. We are telling our own story from our own perspective, using our own characters in our own TV stations, and it's amazing. Like that is my impact.
Kevin Malenya Imbusi, another graduate in waiting, reflects on his 4-year journey at KU and the immense contribution it has had on him. As he puts on the gown on the 18th of July, it is the lessons learned and the exposure that he will cherish the most.
I'm going to graduate. I think graduating is not just getting done with education or getting done with a certain course. It is a symbol of perseverance. It is a symbol of hard work. It is a symbol of someone who has stayed on course and has been through thick and thin, stumbling blocks, good moments and bad moments. And therefore, me just graduating is one thing that I'm going to remember for sure for a very long time.
As the class of 2025 awaits to be conferred with certificates, diplomas, degrees and doctorate degrees in various fields, in the words of Clinton Kihima, with hard work, dedication and commitment, impossible is the word nothing. Ahuma Evans for KUTV, Nairobi.
And there was relief for 10 Nyamira MCAs expelled from the county assembly just 4 days ago after the High Court temporarily reinstated them pending a full hearing of their petition. Resident Judge Wilfrida Okwani dismissed the assembly's objection, ruling that the court had jurisdiction given alleged constitutional violations. The MCAs had challenged the removal from payroll and sittings. Their lawyer argued the suspensions were illegal, citing unresolved court cases tied to the assembly's governance. 2 other MCAs had been suspended from sittings. The matter returns to court for further proceedings. Community members, students and leaders from Migori have strongly defended the presence of Rongo University at the Migori Teachers Training College. Speaking to the press, a section of the community members came out to condemn those opposing the university, saying it is bringing higher education closer to the people.
University ikiwa hapa Migori, mimi natoka Suna West.
A wave of support is building in Migori following the recent establishment of Rongo University campus at the Migori Teachers Training College launched in May. These campus stakeholders gathered to condemn those opposing the presence of the university to desist from the talk.
Is equalizer. A number of these students.
Dr. Janet Odor, a lecturer at Rongo University, explained that it was the wish of Migori residents to have a university within town to give education opportunities to town dwellers. Odor also disclosed that more than 30 students have enrolled in different programs since its exemption in May this year, calling on those who are opposing the presence of the university to desist from the talk.
And when we started in May, for the first time, I thought that perhaps we were not going to have students, but within 1 week, we have more than 30 students in Migori campus. I want to urge those who are advocating for the university to be removed out of this place. If it is transfer, let them be the ones to go.
Correct.
Not our students to suffer again.
Suba Council of Elders Chairperson Ryogi emphasized that the community of Migori supports education and development. He termed it as an investment in the county that will play a big role in helping local students access university education.
Tumu mambo ya university kwa sababu kuna mtu mmoja amejitolea kusema kwamba university haiwezi kukaa Migori hapa. Sasa tunajiuliza sisi wana Migori, ni kwa nini maendeleo yoyote yakija Migori mpaka yapingwe? Kwa hiyo tunasutumu wana Migori. Tunasutumu mtu yeyote ambaye ametokeza kwamba kupinga university haiwezi kuwa Migori hapa. Wananchi kweli mnakubali? Kama huyu asitumiwe vikali kwa sababu bila university hatuwezi kuwa na maendeleo.
Davis Odhiambo, a student at the campus, echoed the sentiments of the locals by saying that the campus was an important learning center for those who cannot afford to travel to other counties to quench education thirst. He noted that the institution has provided a positive environment for students who can study and grow as a community.
As it is said, education is equalizer. A number of these students could not travel far to Nairobi, to Mombasa, and any other places. But now that there is a university that is close to them, that they can walk from their houses, to the campus, we really love this university. And to the people, and there are a number of people who are talking and writing articles, very negative articles, as far as the new university is concerned.
Lucas Odunga, principal of one of the secondary schools in Migori town, called upon the county government, the Ministry of Education, and all stakeholders to support and protect the campus to empower the youth. He also added that they have seen progress and growth within a short period since the establishment.
Plea and our humble appeal that those who are charged with the responsibility of ensuring that the university is put up at the college should not be swayed out of the track by simple, envious statements made through the gutter press. The mainstream press, like the gentlemen and ladies who are in front of us, make it clear that the community is 100% in support of Migori University.
As people of Migori unite in support of Rongo University presence at the college, they are now calling on those who are opposing the presence of the university to desist from the talk. Pesi Achola, KUTV, Nairobi.
And Uriri MP Honorable Mark Nyamita has called on Kenya youth and leaders to embrace peace and democracy amid rising political tensions. Speaking to university students at St. Pius Uriri Boys, he condemned violent protests and police station raids, warning they threaten lives and national stability. While acknowledging youth frustration with leadership, Nyamita urged for constructive dialogue over lawlessness. He emphasized that misleading youth into confrontations must stop and stressed the need to uphold public institutions and national order as a foundation for a thriving democracy.
So telling our young people that we understand that they are a majority, but in any society world over there must be order. So if they have issues, and I believe that our young people have legitimate issues that they want to be brought to the table, but it cannot be that you're on the street shouting yourself hoarse that you have a number of issues that you think are not being right, the government is not doing right, but it cannot be that you're making noise.
36 minutes past the top of the hour. Time for us to take a second short break right here on KUTV Primetime News tonight. We still have a lot ahead, so keep it here.
The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
The Bible says, when he spoke, then he spoke a parable to them, that men always ought to pray and not lose heart.
Christ says, I stand in the door and I knock. Whoever hears my voice and opens, I will dwell with him.
Like the moon, I will fade, but like the star, I will rise again. And though I fall, be rest assured that I will rise again.
Go to the hospitals, tell them that God will heal them. Go to the prisons, tell them that they'll be free. Go to the crusades and tell people that Christ is coming, and sooner than the word itself, the second advent is imminent.
Miti miti, panda panda. Our planet's future is in our hands. However, there is a threat to the brightness of this tomorrow. On Earth Check, we share the challenges, the solutions, and the hope.
I would call this a very momentous day, a very critical day.
Every episode, every story, every step we take creates a ripple. Join me, the environmentalist Emmanuel Kutosi, on KUTV every Wednesday at 8 p.m. and be part of Earth Check. Welcome.
You are watching KUTV Primetime News with Mutegi K. Martin. That's right, Samuel Kelo and I are back to inform you on more happenings in the country and beyond our borders. Now, Principal Secretary in the Ministry of Energy, Alex Kamau Washira, has announced that a total of 6,212 families will benefit from electricity through the ongoing Last Mile project in Kirinyaga County. Speaking in Karikoini area in Kangai Ward, during the launch of a section of the project, the Secretary said that many projects are in construction stage and are expected to be completed by December this year. The Karikoini project will benefit 227 families, including the commercial center and places of worship. He also assured citizens that they will not be charged any extra cost other than what other Kenyans pay.
We are now at the construction stage of most of the projects, and most of them will be complete by the end of this December.
So we are lighting up because we want to connect people to the national grid. Which is just lighting up these homes is really, really important in getting every Kenyan on board, especially in the development of Kenyan talent. As you know, Kenya has a very youthful talent, and one of the things that we really, really are valued for around the world is Kenyan people.
Tumefurahi sana juu sitima imeingia. Na ile mambo tulikuwa tunatarajia kufanya itafanyika juu sitima imeingia, mwangaza umeingia. Sasa sisi tuko na furaha tele.
Welcome back. Now let's get sporty. Olympic 800-meter champion Emmanuel Wanyonyi and her compatriot Mary Moraa will headline Team Kenya at the Hercules Diamond League in Monaco, France. Fresh from Stockholm Diamond League triumph, Wanyonyi will face off fierce competition featuring Olympic silver medalist Marco Arop and bronze winner Jamel Sejati. In other races, world under-20 3,000-meter steeplechase Edmund Serem will take on Olympic bronze medalist Abraham Kibiwot, Olympic champion Soufiane El Bakali of Morocco, and Ethiopia's Samuel Firewu in the men's 3,000-meter steeplechase. $18 minutes to another top of the hour, that is 10 p.m. Thank you so much for staying tuned to about 45 minutes of information of happenings in your country and beyond our borders. Thanks to everyone that has been part of this particular broadcast, and thank you for the team that has been able to make this particular broadcast happen. Without forgetting my producer Yvonne Kimuma and my director James Baraka. Our sign language interpreter tonight is Samuel Kello. My name is Mutegi K. Martin. Good night. God bless. See you soon.